Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Prakya. Over the next 6 days, we are covering the V International Open Chess Menorca 2026, one of the most prestigious rapid event in Spain, where the reigning world champion Gukesh D faces 5 other elite GMs in a closed round robin on the stunning island of Menorca. This tournament will be played in 3 sections: Masters, Open A and Open B. In the Master sections, the first game that I will cover today is a game played between Grandmaster and reigning world champion Gukesh Domaraju as black and Grandmaster Lenier Dominguez as white. So let's see how this game unfolds. E4 by Dominguez, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Knight C6, Bishop B5. And this is move 3 and we are at the Ruy Lopez opening. A6, attacking the bishop, Bishop A4, Knight F6, white castles, B5, attacking the bishop and bishop retreats at Bishop B3, D6, Rook E1, Bishop E7, C3, Knight A5. Gukesh responds with the Chigorian variation, Knight A5 hitting the bishop followed by C5, fighting for the center immediately. This is the principal response. Gukesh isn't here to defend passively, he is going to fight for equality. Bishop C2, C5, D4. We are seeing Ruy Lopez opening, the opening that has been played over 150 years and still produces fireworks at the highest level. Dominguez, playing white, goes for the main line anti-martial setup. Rook E1 plus C3 plus D4, a system designed to build a powerful center and squeezes black slowly. Here, Gukesh takes D into C4. C captures D4, Bishop G4, pinning the knight. D takes E5. Dominguez says, fine, take the knight, but I will get an open file. Bishop takes knight. Queen takes bishop. White gets the powerful queen on F3 square. D takes E5. Gukesh recaptures and we now have a symmetrical pawn structure, E4 versus E5, with black's bishop traded for a knight. White has the bishop pair and more active queen. Black has a solid structure and the knight A5 ready to come into the game. Knight C3. Now the middle game begins. A battle of plans, and let's see whose plan worked out. Black castles. Rook D1, attacking the queen. Queen C8. A queen maneuver, not the most obvious move. The queen eyes the C4 square and prepares Queen E6 or Queen G4, also making way for the F8 rook to support the queen side push. Bishop B3. Knight takes B3, trading the knight to damage white's pawn structure. A captures knight, B4, attacking the knight. The critical pawn thrust, Gukesh locks the queen side, kicks the knight C3. Knight D6, a thematic, powerful, centralizing move. The knight on D5 is a monster. It cannot be easily kicked out. It controls key squares and cuts black's position in two. And for this purpose, Gukesh captures the knight. Rook takes knight. After the knight exchange, Dominguez' powerful rook takes the D5 square, but Gukesh refuses to be passive and he plays Queen C2. Aggressive queen invasion, hitting the C4 ideas and forcing white to react. Rook D2, attacking the queen, Queen C6. The queen retreats, but mission accomplished. White rook is displaced. Rook D5, white recentralizes the rook. Rook Fd8. Gukesh lines up on the D file. Pressure on the rook. Queen D3. f5. Dynamic pawn break. This is Gukesh showing his fighting spirit. Instead of sitting and waiting, he strikes in the center. The f5 push. This threatens f4. Gaining space. Challenges white e4 pawn. Opens the f file for the rook. Creates concrete counterplay before white can consolidate. Bishop e3. Domingos develops the bishop and defends. F takes e4. Gukesh captures the e4 pawn, gaining material. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Forced exchanges on the d file. Queen c4 check. Domingos clever resource. The queen check forces the queen off the board. Checking the king, and also black has to capture the queen. So black plays queen takes c4. B captures queen. Queens trade off. We reach a rook endgame where the white has an isolated c4 pawn but an active rook, and black has e pawn but slightly passive position for the rook. Rook c8. A race of passed pawn and active rooks. The endgame is a masterclass in active rook play from both sides. b3. Supporting the pawn. Rook d8. g3. Rook d3. Eyeing on this b3 pawn. Rook takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. Both sides win pawns in a race. Rook a7. Domingos activates his rook to the 7th rank. The 7th rank is the rook's paradise. King f8. Rook b7. Rook c3. c5. The passed c pawn becomes a dangerous weapon. Rook c4. King f1. h6. King e2. King e8. h4. Bishop takes c5. Bishop takes c5. Rook takes c5. Gukesh correctly simplifies, liquidating the dangerous c pawn by trading pieces. Rook captures h4 and king f1. After the move 37, king f1, both grandmasters correctly assess this as a draw. The b4 pawn fails. Black's e5 pawn is blockaded and neither side can make progress. The handshake comes. This is what elite chess looks like. No blunders, no accidents, just two world-class grandmasters fighting every single move until a draw was the honest result. If you enjoyed this analysis, smash that like button and let me know in the comments the answer of the puzzle that I have given in the corner of the screen. This puzzle is for you and it is made in two. So, comment down your answers and I will check them and reply to your answers. Thank you for supporting me. Take care. Bye-bye.